We are unplugged with the shark today. And you know what? Today's a special day because tomorrow, at this time tomorrow, RecruitCon is kicking off. hireEZ, that's right. I'm here with my buddy Dan. Dan, what's up, man? From Minnesota, man. Are you a Viking fan, brother, or what?
Actually, long story short, the Vikings break your heart every single year. You know how it starts and we know how it ends. So my kids love the Vikings, but, from the history of looking at them, Minnesota sports teams, we always have that black cloud over our heads. So we know how it's going to end, unfortunately. But yes.
If you need a Super Bowl, trophy, let me know. We got 6 of them here in Pittsburgh. Sorry about that. I had to throw that in. but I tell you what, man, you are the marketing guru for hireEZ, man. And I love what you put together here. And, that's why I want to have you on here the day before, I'm ready to hype it up as much as you are, man, because I'm excited. I'm definitely going to be attending. But there's so much going on. So just give everybody a little bit of a 2-minute tour of who you are and how did you come about getting this all together, man?
Yeah, for sure. What I'll do is maybe I'll share my screen and
yeah, let's do it.
Here, here we go. All right, let me know if you can see this.
We are live. Yep, got it.
Awesome. Well, my name is Dan Harton. I lead the customer marketing team here at hireEZ. And one of the things that I really wanted to do is focus on the people, the recruiting community. And a lot of people right now are really searching for that next opportunity and just building the community. A lot of people switched jobs over the last 18 months, and they realized that their community and their network was specifically only at the current companies that they worked with. And when they pivoted and they found a new job or they got laid off, they're searching around of saying, where's my people? And what I wanted to do is create a conference that puts the people back front and center and really communicate and connect with each other on more of a personal basis. Conferences right now, you're not going unless you're a corporate company, purchase tickets, and typically learning and development budgets are little to none right now. If you're on your own, maybe you don't have the funds to go to a conference or virtual conference. Virtual conferences typically are around $350 to $400 for one ticket. And I said that there needs to be a better way. So I said, hey, let's get the best speakers within the recruiting community, get them on stage, and have this conference be 100% free for the recruiters, the sourcers, the leaders that are shaping the next generation of recruiting. So we did RecruitCon August 20th through the 26th for 3 hours a day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Central Time. We're going to have some amazing speakers. I also wanted, so here's my link. Feel free to connect with me.
Yeah,
I'm doing all these events. Scan the code, shoot me a LinkedIn message. Love to connect with the individuals, especially within the agency side, because that's my roots. I was brought up within Aerotech for 5 years. I kind of know the game of the agency and how that landscape is. And there's always a special spot in my heart for agency recruiters, agency owners. So love to connect with you and see how you guys are navigating these waters. Again, what we want to do is not only promote, hireEZ, but opportunities to get involved within the community. So we have a special code. If you're going to RecFest, that's in Nashville, September 12th and 13th, use RecruitCon 99 when you sign up, and you get a $99 ticket. So it's a fraction of the cost of what it would be. So please take a look at that, scan that QR code, sign up for RecruitCon 99 for your discounted rate. In addition, if you come to the RecruitCon tomorrow, we're going to be giving away hireEZ swag, as well as VIP RecFest tickets that will be given off. So if you don't have that $99 and you still want to attend, go to the RecruitCon this week. There's going to be many opportunities to win free swag as well as free RecFest tickets. In addition, on Wednesday at 1:45 Central, we're doing a trivia battle. So for 35, 40 minutes, we have a whole trivia
Ooh.
where people can start winning stuff as well. So it's just another way to get connected within the recruiting community. The last but not least that I want to share, and it's a little sneak preview, on October 8th is our next conference. So the signups are starting now, but we have and I'm actually looking for maybe one or two more speakers. And this conference is going to be more specifically 15 minutes, more of a TED Talk feel to get through a bunch of speakers from October 8th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central Time. Please go there, sign up, and get involved. We have an amazing speakers. Like I said, these are well-known speakers that are doing
heck yeah, man,
all across the world. So the first name, our CEO, Steven, is going to kick us off. Then we have Mike Wolford, who is a two-time book best author on Amazon about the AI recruiting. Then we got Brian Fink, who also...
Okay, hold on, Dan. I got to stop you. You got Mike and Brian on the same day. I'm going to tell you, Mr. Fink is amazing. He got some ties from Pittsburgh too, but I got to tell you what, he's amazing. And Mike, anything Mike talks about is like guru stuff. So that is amazing. I give you guys props back to back with them too. Wow.
Then we got Amy Miller. She is recruiting in yoga pants on YouTube. She has, I think, 300,000+ followers, bunch of information within recruiting. Amy Miller is just a gem within this space. Then we got Christy and Anna from Smile Brand. She's the VP of and head of talent acquisition. And then the daily recap with me. Day 2 gets even better. So Trent Cotton. He's the VP over at Hatchworks. He's going to talk all about pivot. And our theme this year throughout every single session is people are talking about how they pivoted, either it's technology, of how they lead a team, of how maybe they had a pivot within their career because of the recruiting landscape, or pivoting how you're going to future-proof your recruiting teams and how you future-proof and pivot of how the recruiting landscape is. Then at 12:35, we actually have a product spotlight. So if you're interested in hireEZ or kind of compare and contrast what's out in the industry, we're going to give you a product insight of how hireEZ is really making people's life easier from the recruiting end. And then one of my favorite sessions is a women in leadership panel. So Linda, she is the talent acquisition leader over at Visa. And then if you don't know who this person is, you're probably not on LinkedIn, but Melissa Grabner, she has, I think, 400,000 followers within LinkedIn. And she talks about job advice and how to get a job and all the things that are happening with talent acquisition. And then, like I mentioned, 1:45 is the trivia. And then another well-known sourcing guru that's done many presentations at SourceCon is Erin Matthews. She's the executive talent sourcer at PayPal. The last but not least day would be Eric Sirkin, Steve Levy, a well-known name, Angie Veros, William Maurer, Junius Courier, and just to think all these people stepped away, humbling themselves and say, hey, I want to give back. That's the individuals that we want to share and promote and really increase the excitement of what's happening within the recruiting industry. So I'm super excited to share all of those different people and really highlighting what we're doing here at hireEZ.
Woo, man. I mean, that's a list. Okay, so brother, I got to tell you, brother Dan, so how did you get all these people together? Because this is like a dream team. If you could put this on the Minnesota Vikings, dude, you guys will win the Super Bowl every year. I mean, seriously, to get all them to give back on this special week, man, how did you do it, man? How much time did it take?
Yeah, I mean, it's been when I first got tasked to create a conference like this. We did smaller events. We did one last year, and they said, hey, Dan, why don't you roll with it and see what we can do? I look back and my goal always is if I take something on, let me double it. Whatever the attendance was, whatever it was, I'm going to double it. And it was kind of, people looked at me like, dude, you're not going to do it. Like, you're not getting this many people. And I said, no, just watch. I'm going to do it. And I was very strategic on who I wanted to present and who I didn't want to present. There's a lot of interest. Hey, can I speak at your event? Can I do this? Can I do that? And it went back to the relationships and the hearts of those individuals and what they've done in the past. And it wasn't about the numbers to me. It was about the impact those people that have made in my life or the people's lives that I seen around. And I wanted those individuals. And every single person I reached out to, it wasn't just like a LinkedIn message. Hey, I got a conference. Are you interested in speaking? It was, I gave them a call and told them why I picked them to speak at our conferences. And what impact that they're making. And sometimes people need to get reminded of the impact and the heart behind a person and letting them know what they've done so far and what they could do in the future of the impact. That's why people said yes right away. And then once more people joined, they're like, if kind of a series of FOMO of like, oh, you're speaking there, he's speaking there, she's speaking there. Let me get involved. I want to do this too. So, and it was just kind of a snowball effect.
You know what? And I love that because when I reached out to you, I praise you all the time. We didn't even get to meet each other. It's the first time pretty much, but at the end of the day, we see our content, you go hit and miss, but then you reach out and you praise people. And I think that's what I loved what you did here. You brought this whole group of all-stars together that has a love for the industry and passion like we both do. You know what I mean? Seriously, there's more besides the dollars and cents, Dan. This is all about, this group you have speaking is all about passion. I know pretty much every one of them. I mean, you got Steve-O on there too. I mean, you know how busy he is for him to take some time out. And this isn't for them. They're not getting paid or nothing. This is for them donating their expertise times. And you know this, Dan, I speak across the country. It takes time to put these programs together. You just don't whip this together. They got a presentation they believe in. So how many hours behind they put into this? And I'm going to tell you, these presentations are not ones that they've done before. These are all new. I mean, new titles, everything. This is brand new content for everybody to learn from.
Yeah, it's insane. Somebody can do a conference, but the momentum that we have gotten and gained throughout the last month and a half, it is incredible because it's the people in talent acquisition is going to create the next generations of recruiters and sourcers. When somebody buys into AI and technology, we're going the other way of like people is the center of all of this. And we want to give a platform that everybody can be attending and everybody can be involved because like I mentioned before, budgets are little to none within the talent acquisition space. And we do not want to ever prevent people to educate themselves, develop themselves. And we want options for them to get involved, to get that same experience, same information to elevate their career and their teams. What I saw most looking at kind of who's attending is these talent acquisition leaders realize that there's no budget, there's no money within their space to develop their teams. So they're sending their whole team to the conference in the next 3 days. They can have it in the background. They can have it on another screen. It's virtual by intent because we want them to consume that information and continue to still source, continue to recruit, and then have the webinar and the conference in the background because it's 100% free. Go ahead.
And I love it's free. I mean, I got to keep saying that over and over again.
Yep.
You know how many times I get on a virtual one and they say, well, not everything's 100% free. There's other stuff you have to add on or they want $99 here. Dude, you're giving all your time. And you know what? You could be doing other stuff. You could be marketing hireEZ, but you're giving back with this. I got to tell you, man, props to you and the whole team there, especially Shannon too, for letting you take the lead, man.
Yeah, Shannon Pritchett she is an amazing leader within the space. She knows a ton of individuals and she just said, hey, here's the keys. Go drive as fast as you can and go make the impact. It's not about the numbers. It's about the impact and the careers that you can change about this. I think conferences has had a huge impact on my life. And because I went to a conference and I connected with individuals, it got me to where I am today. And the relationships you rely on when you need it the most. So I would encourage everybody to get involved. The chat on the side is going to be bumping So there's going to be a ton of information, ton of networking opportunities,
Yep.
and really get involved with this. If you're really wanting to step up your career, go to the conference this week. It's going to be an exciting time.
Dude, I love it. And I got a couple podcasts coming on this week, but after that, I'm jumping back off and on and on. And you know what's great about it is everybody's on there is going to be able to connect on LinkedIn and everything. Because you know how it is on this chat. Here's my handle. You know how many friendships you're going to build over these next 3 days that you could never have before? I mean, this is badass stuff. I got to just say it like that. Speaking of badass, we got to talk about this video, man, that you put together, man. I seen it today on LinkedIn. We got to share this for people because this is going to build the hype for tomorrow, man, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. What I like to do, let me see here. Present video file.
Yeah, let's hear this.
So what came to be is, with all these AI, all this stuff here, I said, hey, we're doing this event. We want to highlight all these speakers. How can I incorporate it and make a song based on this conference that really is in tune to our recruiting community and what we're looking for in this conference? And that's building the connections, getting the information out there. So what I did is I created this pretty cool clip right here. And let's see here. Settings. Excuse me.
Real easy there. Wait till you hear this, guys. I mean, girls, you're going to love this. Seriously, this is good stuff, man. And you just released it today, right?
I did. Yep.
Yeah. Hot off the press.
Present video file. Let's see. Here we go. All right.
Here today. Virtually we'll find our way. 2,500 strong and proud. Recruiting trends will shout out loud. Pivot now within our field. New ideas are revealed. Screens will light up everywhere. Knowledge we will gladly share. RecruitCon, we won't miss. Changing lives with just a click. Join us now, let's unite. Future's bright, let's take flight. Tricks and tips and all that's new. Innovations coming through. From the comfort of your chair. Learning growth is in the air. Network wide and make contacts. Virtual vibes with direct impacts. Color packs and of your share. At RecruitCon there's no fear. RecruitCon, we won't miss. Changing lives with just a click. Join us now, let's unite. Future's bright, let's take flight.
There we go.
Man, that was awesome there. Woo,
It's
man.
the lyrics in that song really hit home because one, we're making an impact of just one click, right? You
Yes.
can click in, you can get into the conference. It's 100% free to anybody that's able to attend, right? And it's insane that you have over 2,500 people that are signing up for this, and it's one of the
2,500.
biggest virtual conferences within our space right now. 2,500 people already signed up. So the goal is to maybe get to 3,000 by the end of the day on Thursday. But it's incredible of the outreach. And like I said, it's not about the numbers, it's about the impact. And the people that are involved, the people that are attending, they have that same mentality because we're to a point in the recruiting industry right now that we got to put a stake in the ground and defend this recruiting community and recruiting career. And if we're not going to be the ones that are doing it, somebody else is going to drive the car for us, and we might not like the ending. So we got to take charge, take ownership, and really shape this industry to what we want.
Dude, 100%. And you know how everything's going up and down now. I call it the staffing wave or whatever you want to call it. So we all got to stick together. And that's what I love about this, bringing that positivity. Okay, so that song, the words, man, I listen to, man, it gives you an upbeat. You're ready to jump around, ready to do a shot or something like that, have some fun. How did you come up with that, man? Seriously.
It's just, I think just reflection, to be honest with you. It's just, when you go into a conference, an in-person conference, they always have the music bumping and gets people in a good mood. But being intentional with the lyrics that go hand in hand of what we're doing here, I think will resonate with people. And the theme pivot, people need a pivot right now, whether it's internally, externally, different roles, different way of thinking. And if you're not doing that right now, you're going to be looking at like, what happened in 2024? Like, I'm still trying to find my way, and the industry has, lapped you. So like understanding that you need to pivot in some way for the good in some aspect of your career, it's needed. And that's why we want to do this 100% free, because if we're not making the impact, somebody else is.
Well, you know how it is, man. You can't do anything alone anymore. You got to do it with friends and family and referrals and all that, man. If you're just out there saying it's a one-shot show, you're not like Michael Jordan, man. You can't do it. It's seriously, it's with AI and everything. I mean, just taking some stuff in the next 3 days and writing it down. And can they see the replays? Will there be possible replays for them if they missed it?
Yeah, good question. So we will tally every single session. And we're not going to say, hey, you got to do it and spend $100 to get it. We will post all of the recordings for each specific session by the following week on our YouTube page. That's going to break down every single session, every single speaker, and really highlight that it's 100% free. Just go on our YouTube page. So if you saw something and you're like, hey, that was really cool, I want to share that with my team, go to the YouTube page. You can watch it with the team later. And what we really want to encourage too is have people reach out to the speakers.
Yes.
Understanding who they are, how they're making an impact. So throughout the conference, we will be highlighting the speakers if they've done anything else. So for example, Amy Miller has Recruiting in Yoga Pants. We'll post her YouTube channel, so you can take a look at that. Mike Wolford, he has the AI recruiting book. We're going to post that. So all those different things, if they're talking about a certain subject or that we maybe have some content that's related to those specific topics, we'll post it in there. So then you can revert it back later. Hey, I heard that so-and-so spoke on maybe a little sneak peek of utilizing AI in an intake conversation. How do you direct that? Okay, well, we might have some content that aligns that to help your team go through that, and we'll post that in the chat too. So this chat is the most exciting thing sometimes on these conferences, because those conversations start rolling. People give out information, people give out resources to be successful, because we're all in it together.
You know it. And these speakers, reach out to them, because pretty much I know them all. I think they're all on LinkedIn with me, connected, and they will get back to you. I mean, think any of them people, like Steve-O and all of them, seriously, reach out to them. They're the gurus in the industry, but they will help you maybe deep dive in a little bit more. And you know what's great about it? They don't ask for anything in return, Dan. It's not like, well, I need a coaching fee or something. Like, dude, these peeps that you got are all free all the time, man. They're here to make an impact because they got their job, but at the end of the day, they still want to mentor. And I think that's one thing that, if I can say anything about this conference, it's like mentorship right here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. All these speakers are going to be mentors for everybody.
For sure. It's so funny when I do, recruiter therapy or, different webinars, stuff like that with hireEZ. I always put customer marketing as my Zoom link. And people ask me like, why do you do that? Why do you do that? Why don't you put your name? And I do that because it's not about me. It's about the community. And we're all in this together. It's not putting my name out there, shining the light of look at me, look at Dan. It's about how we're going to create this community together and spotlighting everybody else. And I think that's something that you'll see in this conference of giving back and the mentorship opportunities that might arise from this conference. Just to give you a little quick story, we did the FRBR conference 2 months ago. And based off those speakers, other conferences reached out to the speakers that spoke at the FRBR conference of saying, hey, do you want to speak at our in-person conference? We'll fly you out. We'll do that, because I gave them a platform to speak, and maybe nobody ever heard of them, but they did really, really well. and now they're on to their next conference. Or people having an opportunity to share their knowledge, and then they can utilize that within their job market. So when they're going into an interview process and they ask them something and say, hey, well, I actually did a presentation for Dan at hireEZ. Let me shoot you the YouTube link and you can take a look at it firsthand and see how I can perform and how I can do things. It's going above and beyond for individuals within this space. And this is what you'll see. This is what you'll feel if you come to the conference this week.
Dude, I am so hyped. And you know what? These speakers will have reels on it, little video clips afterwards and all that stuff. So it is going to be so exciting. There's not one boring moment here, man. You got this lineup set up, man. I feel like it's a 3-day like Woodstock concert. It's like, no, you really did a great job, Dan. I can't say anymore. I'm glad I'm showing up. Do you have any final thoughts for everybody? I mean, can you put the link down in the chat box so they can see it real quick here and they can just register? Dude, and I got to tell everybody out there, all my staffing peeps, join us, even if you're not TA, if you could recruiting, we're all in this together, man. We got to collaborate everybody together. You're silent, Dan. There he is.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear, brother.
Okay. I put it in the private chat. Is that where you want it?
Let me see. It can go in. It should go in the other. Yep. Oh, you know what?
No, it's not that one. Hold on.
The comments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Events. Here we go.
We got a shout out. There he is. Mr. Lee in the house.
There you go. Let's join the chat.
And then I'll also share it on my feed too. So, like I said, and what's great about it, even when I put out there, you see what I did. I praised every speaker on there because that's what I'm about. It's about you making everybody else shine, Dan. Like you said, that's my goal. That's your mission. That's a lot of people's mission, is to make everybody else shine.
For sure. I know, majority of your audience is within the agency space. And I actually am doing an upcoming webinar the end of the month on August 29th with Crelate, who I know is a player within the staffing world. So the integration with them, that's always helpful too. So anybody that's in the agency world, I'm going to start doing that more and more because like you and me were talking about, I think there's a disconnect between agency, corporate recruiting, and how we can bridge that gap. That's what I want to do as well. So just a little shout out there.
And Crelate's good people. They're my peeps too. They're part of my family too. So I tell you what, they're got a great lineup there. And you know what? I can't wait to do more collaboration with you, brother, man. This was fun just to get a hype up. I'm glad, we got the chance to do this, a day beforehand. If you guys get a chance, make sure you register. This will be on LinkedIn, Facebook, all this stuff. Hit the button, register. It's free. You got 3 days. Jump in and out whenever you can and learn, man. And Dan, I got to tell you, thank you so much again, man. Any final thoughts before we go, bro?
I think just follow the staffing shark. I mean, he's a thought leader within the space that's really in it for the right reasons. Your heart's there, and you're making movements that other people need to jump on and really listen to your stuff. So make sure to follow Richard and connect with him and get the word out there.
Thank you, brother, man. I appreciate that, man. At the end of the day, we're all sharing and caring together. All right. I'm getting out of here. Dan's getting out of here. Tomorrow, be there. I think it's 12 o'clock Central Time. Yep. It kicks off with the keynote speaker. So look out. We're going to have a blast. Take care, buddy.